Hello and welcome. Jeff Roth here, and this is Blasphemous 2 for the PC. I started recording and was going in about almost an hour and a half, trying to beat this boss, and gave up. So I'm back again to give it another go. I had to go and farm some tears, or whatever you want to call them. Tears of Atonement. And yeah, I found the ladder that I needed to drop, but outside of that, nothing else was really revealed. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna try this again and go from there. Oh, it's gonna be another one. Fucking hell, man. Back. Oh, you know what? We can increase the altarpiece.
The altarpiece on your back now has more capacity. Here, I will wait for you until...
Next one's what? 10? So, like, here's the thing.
May the hands of the...
I can only get one more Marcus of Matredom, like, innately. So all the rest are going to be found or bought. So that's cool. All right. Actually, this is going to work because I want to do this. Oh, nope, I don't want to do that. Let's get the trader in there. Give me 10. I don't know why I have him in there. Increases critical chance when striking with a weapon. Allows you to perform air recovery. Increases the damage of mid-air attacks with any weapon. Yeah. And I have the slightly increases damage of prayer and critical hits when using prayers. And then this is all. What the hell? I don't know what just happened, but all right, so this should give me like 10 more. See, it only gives me by 3% though, man. Like, it's not a lot.
May the hands of...
Oh, we'll see if we could do a 10% more damage. Oh my god! Fuck off with your... That's fine. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. I don't have my lightning, though. Yeah! Whew. Okay. I'm just being a little bitch. That was a good fight. Once I slow down and not be all stupid, we're good.
Lacking sufficient mastery, the miracle did fail in its efforts to incarnate, manifesting only in the form of disease, deformity, and pain. It spread more and more of its aberrations, like sores on diseased skin, in many places and on innocent bodies. Dove, who borrows thine color from the raven, escape your gilded prison.
Oh. So the miracle wants to be reborn. So is this saying like okay, so the miracle is sentient question mark, but like it wants to help people but lacks the ability to do so, and so in its trying to think, like in its want and desire, it's coming off as deformities and pestilence and disease. It's interesting. Where are we? Labyrinth of Tides. A whole new area. Oh, okay. Compass of the Stranded. That's probably going to be a rosary deed. Oh, the Key of Salt. Key plundered from the remains of Odin, the cathedral's protector. It opens the third of the cages in the Chapel of Five Doves. As it awakened from the most terrible dream... Oh, I'm sorry. As if awakened from the most terrible dream, the warrior's eyes opened together. Dazed still, they tried to recall the moments before. Their ship capsized. They had hopelessly drowned in the icy depths of the ocean. Merciless reaper of lives. But now there was a ceiling over their heads, a ceiling of a rapturous beauty, ornated with the most delicate engravings. They looked at each other, at the salt that crusted their bodies, and at the seaweed and coral that protruded from their armor. With parched throats, cracked lips, and wretched faces, they looked at Odon, their burly captain, as he slowly rose. The salt in his armor crunched as he moved, as he thrust his halberd into the clammy stone floor. He looked silently at them in turn, gaze hidden behind his impervious mask. He knew where they were. This had to be the Cathedral of the Miracle, had long hidden under the dark waters of the sea. Salt had granted them life, and he knew his new orders were clear: to guard the sacred place, and to do so until their deaths. Death they would not fear, for they had already conquered it once. Oh yeah, and then the compass, huh? Miasma damage. The guiding instrument of a lost parishioner. The miracle, in its eagerness to hide knowledge from prying eyes, diverted needles and courses. Few sailors dared to navigate the inky waters of the unholy library. I have a feeling that something is going to happen that's going to wake up all these salt guys. What's on? These flaming guys are kind of funny to me. Wow, that's kind of tough. Let's try this again. Okay. You have acquired lump of gold. The mud key has broken. So the Labyrinth of Tides is a DLC area, huh? Shot. I'm gonna go check out. There's an area that I'm not on like here. So let's try to figure out what the best way to get over there is. So these guys are tar, and then the ones that, okay, I kind of see what they're going for. Okay, so this is green. Okay. That's all I needed to confirm. This was the ladder that I dropped while looking for tears, by the way. Ooh, I need heal, heal, heal. That's what it is. So is this all part of the Labyrinth of Tides? Even the door? Yeah, I'm gonna need to take care of this guy anyways. Okay. Oh my god, that took forever. The Pillager. You know, we haven't found a lot of the Veredicto ones. Anyways, the Pillager reduces dodging cooldown. We could see them in the darkest corners of the ceilings, in the black be found between the furniture, in every nook and cranny. We can see them shimmer, those weird and gilded strands that seemingly twisted around anything in sight, twinkling in the dim light of our trembling lamps with the same gleam of the jewels we hunted, the riches that lured us to these abandoned dwellings to begin with. After a long time spent exploring the vast alcoves, I found myself alone. Raising the lamp before me, I frantically searched for my partners, finally spying their silhouettes far behind me. Something was odd about the way they stayed, devoid of motion. I whispered their names and found no answer, thus retreated towards them. My lamp revealing the same shimmer of those strange threads that infested this place, only now entangled around the faces and bodies of my partners, restraining them in absolute silence, turned into gilded statues by the same treasure we sought to steal, terror entwined in their inert faces. That's cool. That's the embroidery place. Nice, good job, Joe. God, dude, I got like 1 HP left. I will say some of the stories are cool, but I wish there was more lore on the actual stuff, like, you know, looking at the weapons and stuff, but it seems like the lore is kind of really relegated to the statues and stuff, which is fine, I guess. And I don't need to really do that. Did that. I didn't mean to do that. Did I kill that guy? I think so.
Stop. This sacred place is about to crumble around our very ears. And I have barely strength enough to support the entrance to our chapel. My name is Regula, and this body, which towers over you, is nothing more than the punishment for an abhorrent sin I committed many eons ago. The miracle is just, and granted me the vigor to sustain this threshold. However, after interminable efforts, I feel my strength gradually waning. With each tremor, these merciless rocks sink deeper into my flesh. Should my arms yield to the weight, the shrine will be buried, and the saint never again venerated. For pity's sake, hear my cry. Between the tremors, I am sure I heard the collapse of some of the chapel walls. I am convinced that a passage into the sanctuary has opened up from somewhere within this labyrinth. I implore you, find it before it is too late. Penitent One, find the other entrance to the sanctuary. Each new tremor saps.
Oh, oops. You've acquired oils of the blessed mixture. Ooh, that's a key item. Vial of brightly colored oil. By mixing its contents with different pigments, the sculptors obtained a wide variety of hues with which to color their work. That's probably gonna go to the dude. Yeah. Go. But I have a quest. Honestly, let's do this. Let's go and just turn this in. I should read it. His last work, part 3. The old sculptor took cover and crouched in fear, but could not avert his eyes from such a savage affray. Suddenly, a woman appeared in their midst, arms high, hoping to cease their bloody endeavor. Blind by hate, the fighters could do nothing to avoid the dreadful end. She fell to the ground, mortally wounded. Oh, that's a tool.
Behold these beautiful oil paintings, with colors that radiate life itself. Know that you have my gratitude, Penitent One. May the hands of the miracle guide thee, Penitent One.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I should. Is there a sister? Ooh, one marks a matrodome. It does look pretty cool. wonder what they did to get this kind of punishment. Like, your punishment is to be in a wall and spurt fire everywhere. She die? Aww. Now I want to know what she did. Also, I want to know what this is supposed to do, if anything. I don't know. Oh, we'll just have that, I guess. Just to...
The end, for which I have long yearned, has finally cometh. Bear the countenance of the shroud, to that place where it ought never to have ventured. The statue, the saint.
You have acquired Regala's cloth. Cloth whose paint streaks depict the shape of a face. Blessed Regalia wore it as a veil, as a symbol of veneration for the saint to whom she dedicated her life and death. Blessed Regalia wore it as a veil, as a symbol. Okay. One night, the young Regula? One night, the young Regula and will... Good Lord, what is with me? One night, the young Regula, and we will never know if she did this out of curiosity or boredom, crept into the workshop of the famous sculptress of her village. She wanted to be the first to behold her newest piece, the one so eagerly waited for by everyone, the effigy of the saint. She froze just as she entered, struck with awe in the presence of such beautiful work, which paint had still to dry. Regula then felt a perverse urge, and taking a cloth, pressed down against the face of the saint, stealing all color from the sculpture's visage. She then covered her own face with the fabric, pretending that the saint's beauty was now hers. The young woman played with her painted cloth, mimicking the pious gesture of the saint, dreaming of the villagers' devotion. After which it was time to leave, lest the sculptress discovered her mischief. But upon removing the cloth, she discovered, horrified, that the reflection on one of the windows showed no features of her face. In its place remained the shapeless stump of ashen flesh, dry and cracked like charred wood. Regula's scream pierced the night as she understood the punishment for her sin. Oh, damn. Let me guess. That goes to him too. No? Where the hell does it go then? Who wants this cloth? I don't. Someone must want it. Oh well. The hell? Do I have to go up? There's a forgotten tribute. Okay. That's gonna take me to somewhere new. So, I don't remember where they're at now, though. Hey, I need you to fix my key. Where are you at? Oh! He died, though. Required the Serenata. Let's see here. The Serana of the Kindled Hearth. Creates a torrent of flames that inflicts sustained fire damage. Verse dedicated to the warm and gentle fire of the hearth, tamed by the righteous ones to purify their enemies. Now, I probably should really put on fire. Where's fire? Is that the only fire? No, scorched lily. Looks like I have almost all the prayer beads, though. Unless it's gonna scroll. Which it might. The Severed Tower. All right. Well, I think that's enough for this episode. We got, you know, I was pretty what's it called? Disheartened when I was having as many problems I did with that boss, but overcame, got it done. And in the end, that's all that matters. I mean, we're almost done with the game. It looks like we're about to get this dove, which leaves just one more. But we have like a ton of stuff to still find, so yeah. Wait, what the hell? This broke? The Broken Maiden. My body resonates with their quiet, sweet buzzing. The air vibrates inside my bowels, open to the labor of the bees. My soul, free from every sorrow and pain. Oh, I got to go get this guy fixed, don't I? Well, that explains that. Alright, well, guys, we're gonna call that an episode. I gotta go get this fixed now, apparently. So, I guess I'm gonna do that off screen, I guess. And then we'll just pick up from here. I do kind of want to... Well, okay, I guess we'll work through the tower and then go through here, I suppose. I need to figure out what to do with this stupid cloth with paint on it too. So, all right, well, outside of that, friends, hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, that's all I got. So stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next episode. Till then, God bless. Bye-bye.